Welcome back, traders, to another installment on how to trade gold managing a small account. So this is a bit of a recap as to where we left off from the trade that I had yesterday. As you can clearly see, that trade is gone. So I'll tell you what happened, and then I'll tell you the silly thing I did today as well, right? So basically, yesterday's trade went up. It was good, right? It shot up. So in the early hours, say around 6 this morning, I could see price was up here, right? So I moved my trailing stop from where it was and I moved it to roughly around this area right here. All right, roughly around this area right here. And then what happened was price came down and obviously took me out. And then what I did was I waited for price to close above these levels over here to put in a buy. And that's exactly what I did. So I put in a buy right here, okay? And what essentially happened was when price started to come down, right, I was under the impression that I was definitely going to lose that trade. So what happened was I exited out of that trade in a loss. So I was able to hold some of the profits that I'd made yesterday. It was a lot more than what you saw in the video that I was doing from yesterday, but however I lost a small portion of that today, right? So with that said and done, what we're going to do is we need to jump onto TradingView so we can plan how I'm going to get back into the market again. And as you can see, we've managed to raise the funds from where it was, I can't even remember where it was, to 56.28. So it's sitting at 56.28 right now. Let's see if we can find an opportunity, not to get into right now, but just to see if you can figure out what market plans to do, so at least we can get in there and get something sizable. Ideally, what I want to do is if I can get this over 60 this week, that would be fantastic, okay? But we'll see how it all goes, because remember, market is very dynamic. It does what it wants to do, so only time will tell. So with that said and done, let's jump onto TradingView and then let's see what opportunities we can put together. Okay, so back on TradingView. All right, so I think it will actually be better if I just drew out the levels on here, because trying to do technical analysis on MT5, I don't know what's wrong with that chart, but it's just so, I don't want to say it, but it's not good at all. I don't like it one bit. I don't like it. But anyways, this is what happened today, right? So around somewhere around here yesterday, I got into a trade. Somewhere around this level right here, I got into a trade. And obviously to double check to see how accurate it is, just go back to yesterday's video and all of that will be there for you, right? And then around this level around here, right, around this level right here, this was where I moved my trailing stop in the early hours of the morning. Then price came down and then took me out, right? Took me out. Then I joined the market again up here. So I joined the market. So once I had a close above these the opening of the bullish and the closing of the bullish and the opening of the bearish, all encompassing, right? So I was targeting that area. Once we got a close above these levels over here, I joined it. So I was roughly around here because it was a market execution. So I got in roughly around here, okay? And for the most part, I was sitting in drawdown, right? This was the vibe that I went off, hence why I closed the trade. So my whole vibe was, it's an FVG sitting right here, okay? So I saw this during the overall situation with the trade. So I saw this FVG, and this is what I went off. I went off this. I says, okay, if price closes below this FVG, I don't care. I'm jumping straight out of the market. Because I am managing a small account, I can't afford to make mistakes or take risk I would normally take if the account was bigger, right? So because I had a close under here, let me zoom in close for you guys, right under the FVG, and make it as precise as possible. So right under the FVG, just me seeing that and watching it wicking all the way down, I was like, look, you know what, I'm out. So then I jumped out of that trade with a loss, right? And even looking at what is taking place now, right, at best I would have broken even when price came up to this level. And looking at this bullish candle to the upside, okay, although it's all the same color, this is a bullish candle, right? I basically feel that I made the right decision in jumping out of that trade. So that's what I did, right? So let's get all of this stuff out of the way right now, because I think I've given a better explanation as to why I did what I did. And like I said, we now need to plan how we're going to get back into the market again, because that's what I want to do. At the bare minimum, I want to get the account balance to around £60 this week, if possible, right? Hopefully it will be a lot more, but that's a target, is getting it to around £60. So as it stands right now, okay, the vibe that I'm going off is that on a Monday, the weekly low was set for us, right? Because today's Wednesday, so I can't really see market coming below this level over here. It could happen, but I can't see it happening, right? Let me just put a little label on that for future reference. Weekly low. And that level is 2689.69. Okay, so this level, I don't think price is going to get anywhere near it. The weekly high is what we're waiting on right now to see what's going to take place, right? The weekly high is what we're waiting on to see what's going to take place. And if we do get that this week, so if it's today is the weekly high and price starts pulling back down again, I would then have to decide if I'm actually going to jump in or if I'm just going to let this week pass me by, right? Two things. A, because I am showing you how to grow a small account, right? There are certain risks I cannot afford to take just because the account is so small. Any mistake on that account, any big mistake on the account, or too many mistakes in a row, or one big mistake, okay, it's enough to take me out of the game, right? So I'm not really trying to do that. I'm trying to grow it until we get to that nice magic number that I have in my mind that we need to get to. And once we get to that number, then obviously we can add a little bit more size on top. But as it stands, we have to go real slow, steady, slow, and be cautious. So with that in mind, this is my plan for tomorrow should this happen. So everything that I'm going to be doing from tomorrow is based on two things, which is, we know the weekly high has been taken out yesterday, Tuesday, right? So all I am looking for tomorrow, Thursday, is I want to see if one of these levels gets taken out. I will have to be patient and I will have to wait to see if one of these levels is taken out tomorrow. So as it stands, with the time being 8:08 in the evening, I'm going to go off the vibe that this level right here that I'm about to point out to you guys is in fact the high of today and the low of today, right? Price is going to stay in the middle until it closes in about an hour or two's time, right? So the high point, the daily high, I would say is 2764.12, and the daily low is 2742.00, right? Between now and when I get up in the morning, right, I want to see what price does. If it gives us a close above this level over here, or if it gives us a close below this level over here, okay? If I get any of those moves in those directions, then I will know what I need to do. I might jump in, I might not jump in. The move that will most likely stop me from getting into the market, and basically what it would mean for me would be to wait, is if I get a close below the daily low, right? Because if we jump into somewhat of a higher time frame, okay, at this point right now, this channel that we have right here can be expanded, right? So we can expand this channel right to around this level over here. We can expand it. Right? So it's fair to assume that this is what we've got going on, right? I'm going to keep a bit of room in there, but this is what we've got happening right now. Okay, so we could say we have two touches on the top side and one touch on the bottom side, right? So because tomorrow is Thursday, if we get a close below the daily low, right, What I will be thinking will be this. It won't be jump into the market and start selling straight away. That won't be the vibe I'll be going off. The vibe that I'll be going off is the price is returning back to this resistance zone, which will now become a support. That is what I would be thinking. Okay, right? If it blasts through this support level, so that is the next 2 days, right? Thursday, Friday, then I'm assuming it's coming all the way down, and only then will I consider taking a sell, right? So that's the plan, and the levels in question, especially for the resistance level that could potentially turn into a support depending on what market does, right, is 27.16. And this area is a zone. So we've just taken all the wicks. So we've taken this area over here and we've measured from the bottom of that to the top of this wick and we've dragged it across. So this zone is the zone in question. If any of these things happen, then this is how I would need to play it, right? And as it stands, weekly high has been taken out. So in my mind, I'm super bullish. And the only way I can turn myself around and start selling, I need a close below the resistance level. And in all fairness, I don't think that's going to happen. I think most likely what's going to take place is price is going to come to this resistance zone and blast off, or it's just going to go past this the daily high of today and then continue on its journey to the upside. So if you go into the market calendar, right, so as it stands, we don't really have major big news coming out apart from Trump is going to be giving a speech, right, on Thursday. So he's going to be saying whatever he's going to be saying. So that may create the conditions that I'm looking for me to make a decision and see if I'm going to get into the market or not. But that will be around 4 p.m. And then on Friday, we then have the flash PMI coming out. So I will basically have to see what takes place tomorrow, especially around 4 p.m. and on Friday around 2:45, right? So let's just get back to where we was. So with that in mind, these are the moves that I'm looking for tomorrow. Okay, these are the levels in question that we want to keep an eye out for tomorrow. This level over here and this level over here. Okay, if any of those is taken out, that will mean that we need to begin, or I will need to begin preparing to decide what I'm going to do. And I may be buying, I may be selling, or I may do nothing at all. So if all of that said and done, if you found this content useful, make sure you hit that subscribe button, you turn on the notification, and you drop us a like. And with all of that said and done, I will see you all on the next one.